It's a really good question. And the basics are what will never let you down. And starting off the basics of officers understanding that their finger should never be on that trigger unless they've made a conscious decision to pull that trigger. And once the situation is stabilized, you get it off the trigger once they're no longer in a position where they need to pull that trigger. So to avoid these negative discharges. The next very basic thing they can do is understand muzzle discipline, keeping their muzzle off anything they don't want to destroy, and that includes the people you're working with. You know, when we're going in dealing with these high-risk situations, we got a lot to worry about. We should not be worrying about the people we're with. So making sure that I'm not flagging the people I'm working with, having my muzzle on them, puts minds at ease, but making sure that that weapon is pointed a safe direction. That's in itself can take care of a lot of these situations. And then coordinating our approach to how we're going to be handling these situations, communicating, who's going in, where you're going in, so we don't have different teams coming in from different angles and meeting up where you could have some confusion is important as well. So even just this year, we had a situation where officers were going in to look for a homicide suspect, and the suspect was not even in the residence, as it turned out. But there was some kind of communications gap or a situation where officers came in contact with each other, and one officer shot and killed the other one in this situation. This was this year. We also had one after a foot pursuit where an officer with their finger on the trigger, gun pointed towards an officer, got startled, gun went off, and we lost a female officer this year as well. And another one just this year, we've had 3 of them on blue, where a situation where we had a hostage situation, a standoff with an armed subject. Officers decided to engage that person, and they did engage the suspect and took them out, but in the background there was an officer who was also hit and killed in that situation. So thinking about where we're locating, how we're setting up, that tactical L, that tactical B, whatever it may be, but make sure we don't have crossfire problems, making sure we know it's in our background, and making sure we're putting ourselves not where we're in the background in situations or ways to lessen the chances of these things happening.